Welcome back to On a Side Note Gaming. Oh. We're continuing with Dead Rising.
Yeah, I'm kind of here.
Aaron's cleaning his apartment, and so he'll be half joining us.
Kind of late spring cleaning.
Let's go kill an insane fat cop lady and try and save a couple of women.
Which I have to ask with some of the stuff that you have. Is it New Game Plus that you're doing or something?
So normally you don't get the sword and the laser gun until after you've spent the time to kill the entire population of Willamette.
Fantastic.
And while I could have done that quite easily, I just decided I was going to install one of Stippo's mods that just adds the things to the safe room, and it also adds the blender and the camera recharging thing, and the ability to fast travel to any of the areas.
You know, I didn't even take note of that. The fact that there was a blender in the safe area, which I mean goes to show my knowledge of the game. Second, I'm gonna go off mic because it's gonna get loud for a second.
Alrighty. One of these guys will have like a hand or something. Oh yeah, look at that, 2 hands. Just kidding me. Sally. Fine, it's nothing. I mean, you were hanging on for a while, Nick. Nice type, pal, you hurt. Really, Sally? You gonna be that kind of follower?
Come on.
Just leave it to me.
Yes, Otis. Entrance Plaza. Got it. Antique shop in the entrance plaza. Okay. God. Cosmetics shop in the entrance plaza. Just a whole bunch of people in the entrance plaza today, huh? Hey, Sally, could you maybe not? Thanks. Hey, Joe.
What have we here? Looks like you lured another man in here, you little whore.
No, I didn't. Please, help me.
Let's see just how shameless you are, you dirty little skank. Say hello to my little friend.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
No,
You're
not
a
again.
creepy person.
Help me!
Officer. Officer, can I talk to you for a minute? I mean, look, what did that woman do? This seems a little,
Shut your pie hole! If you try to interfere with official police business, start with you before I get to her!
Super fucked up.
Go to hell!
Oh!
Eat this! Oh, it hurts.
You don't be such a psychotic bitch, huh?
Oh, I'm gonna die. Can't believe a worthless prick like you did me in.
I don't think she's actually dead. I think she just faked a heart attack, so I'd leave her alone.
are you all right?
Thanks. Hey!
You don't need me to hold your hand, do you? No. You're competent. Come on, Sally.
Follow me! Come on! Follow me!
It's all coming together now.
What's all? Oh, your room.
Yes.
I thought you were
Although,
talking about
then
my
it-
stream. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's all coming together?
Although I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this extra fucking space.
Start running D&D again.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said maybe you can start running D&D again. You'll have all this room.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to stop you from getting attacked. I was really worried about accidentally hitting you guys. Get off of me.
Well, I will say, the reason I say it's kind of spring cleaning, there's a lot of shit that I'm gonna throw out, like furniture and stuff, and I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get it out of here.
You just kind of like bring it out through your front door and put it in that dumpster.
Yeah, but like the Kirk chair is going away.
What? How are you gonna sleep?
Oh my god, shut up. I have a bed, you know.
A bed that you never use because you fall asleep in your Kirk chair.
Yeah,
Sally, could you fucking move? Thanks.
many such cases.
Follow me!
No, but I'm honestly tempted to like actually fucking
Follow
like
me!
unconvert it from the futon and go like full bed again if I can get the space.
Follow me!
Sally.
Oh boy.
Oh shit, I just hit K. I love that some of these mask people can take 2 shots with the Mega Buster. Ridiculous. Don't die, K. Are you oh, wait, no, K is... Can I give her this drink? Oh, she's dead. Yep, I lost another person, thanks for telling me. Where the fuck is Sally? I don't understand how she can be so fucking bad at walking.
Notifications need to get turned.
Right, come on, assholes.
Okay. I didn't realize how ridiculous my silver and foreign coin collection had gotten.
Why? How bad is this?
Well, I mean, I had initially separated all of the foreign coins by country. So I have that, in a bunch of fucking baggies, rubber banded together. Then there's just, over there! Bit of, silver coinage and other stuff that I just have sitting here. And then this $10 bill from the fucking 50s I got. And it was some kid that brought it in, mind you. Leave it to kids to, rifle through their parents' change drawer, pull out one of the rarest, most valuable things, and be like, "I'm gonna buy a thing of cookies with this."
Santa Cabeza is a stronghold of the Central American drug trade.
The Central American drug
The
trade,
professor
really?
here seems to think that the zombies are a byproduct of these drugs.
I'm
Well, the professor
immediately
here is
like,
lying.
So you're telling me, what? That somebody spread
Your
a bunch
stupidity
of
is
zombie
my
drugs
game.
around Willamette? For what? What would making the dead
Thank
come
you
to life
kindly.
accomplish?
He was trying to make genetically altered cattle.
Don't try to explain their actions.
oh god,
with
is he
logic.
going over his plan?
No,
Analyze the
he's
drug
lying
in
and
question,
saying
and
that the
I've
zombies are the
reported
result
my
of
findings to
drugs
the
because
government.
Santa Cabeza is a drug trade
That
hotspot.
must be what set them off.
Yeah, cocaine zombies, yeah, that makes
They
sense.
didn't want to be exposed.
I'll believe that one.
Well, these shitty DHS agents believe it because they're bad at their jobs.
I've told you everything I know. Now get me out of
And
here.
again, spoilers for like a 13-year-old game,
Call for help
I think.
and kill those
Oh,
creeps.
don't say that.
I think it came out in 2007, didn't it? Anyway.
I'll double check, but I meant more like don't say that because it's gonna make me feel old.
Jad and Bessie. Yep. Brad and Jesse both die and get turned into Zimzams.
Just leave
You
it to
skill
me.
mastered what I learned. The roundhouse kick. Fuck yes. One of my favorite skills. I don't remember how to do it, but the double lariat is by far my favorite skill.
Just leave it to me.
Yeah, first release August 8th, 2006.
Okay.
Boom. Oh, 2006, so it's a 14-year-old game. Even better.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
I need to do
it's
entrance.
old enough to be having a angsty phase right now.
Leisure Park, Alfresca, Paradise.
And the reason why I was saying, like, don't say that, it's gonna make me feel old, because it was like, I remember it being an Xbox, like, 360 launch title as well.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was a launch
That
title
touted
or
the
not.
capabilities of the 360 is like, we can render all these hordes of zombies.
Hey.
Glorious. It was 1080, wasn't it? No.
720.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say 720, but I was like, was it 1080 back then?
I think once they upgraded to the more sleeker, black-colored Xboxes, that was when we first got the ability to have stuff in 1080. Did you not? Steph?
But remembering my old 360 gaming setup, I was not hitting that. Well, I was, but it was through a CRT, so.
I mean, I've got a Xbox 360
Looks
Elite
like
Halo
72
Edition, I think
yards.
Halo Reach, in the drawer sitting right next to me.
I can blow his head off clean from here.
You could blow my
I
head
take
off
a
clean
shot,
from
Dad?
there. You probably shouldn't
Getting
murder
a
me.
Which
Headshot
would have
from
been
here's
something
no
to hold
big
on
deal,
to,
Jack.
considering now, like, CRTs are fucking.
Exclusively
pull it
used
off,
by
you
the
know.
Super Smash Brothers community.
Yeah, and they're all
But
about
Daddy,
it.
he ain't no zombie.
So you got to get
He's
those
just a
perfect
man.
frames, bud.
Thomas,
So you can wave
doing this to
dash.
survive.
Listen
Final
here,
destination.
the dad from Twin Peaks that owned the hotel.
Using a
Quit being a
firearm for
fucking asshole.
self-defense
Stop
is
trying
our
to shoot me.
God-given right as Americans, Thomas.
Come on, Thomas,
It's not
shoot.
self-defense until I start
Shoot
shooting
him.
at you.
Shoot him, Thomas!
Said shoot him.
Self-defense is the God-given right to all Americans.
Now.
Well, then that means as soon as you fire upon me,
waiting for?
I'm gonna use my self-defense to blow your fucking brains out with a magical laser gun. Because
Nah,
you
man,
just
all you
had to
gotta do
shoot
to-
first.
All you gotta do to stop him is just get him some, baguettes with Bry in it.
Just saying. Their
No?
self-defense doesn't start until I start shooting, and they fired the first shot. So it's well within my right to murder all of them.
I'm gonna say, you mentioned Twin Peaks, and you don't say anything. That was one of the more ridiculous scenes where he's just like having an orgasm over a fucking
He
buttered
Oh, I thought
fucking
you were,
baguette.
I thought you were talking about the part where he does psychic bullshit in the woods.
Oh no, that's a good one.
Alright, I'm just gonna drink Quick Step, and then get Laser Gun.
Thanks, Chair.
Psychopath defeated bonus.
Right. All right.
I was gonna say, and those are probably the other like highlight of that game is just like psychopaths, which I feel like in the later games they totally let down.
So, I said this when I was talking to Jake, and I'll say it again. In this game, Frank reacts to the psychopaths after he kills them. He's disgusted with himself.
Not a
Like, he
chance.
just looks upset that he had to murder someone. And then in 2, you have fucking Chuck Green, who will fucking murder someone in cold blood over a misunderstanding, say a snippy one-liner, and then spit on their corpse and walk away smiling.
Yes.
Frank will kill himself in self-defense and, like, almost vomit from the fact that he just murdered someone, and then he'll just, like, walk out of the room stumbling because he can't believe what he did. There's a reason Chuck Green is a psychopath and off the record.
Yeah. He's definitely not your empathetic character in that. Really weird.
Floyd, yeah, I can guarantee that leaving will be better than staying, you jackass. Just let me die surrounded by art. Listen here, old man. You honestly tell me you want to die here, you wouldn't regret it? What if I start wrecking
Although-
all the fucking art here?
Was it 3 that they had the fucking like katana weeb? I think that one was pretty funny, but about it.
I don't remember. Three
Can't
is-
remember
three's
any of
the
the
one
other
where
ones
you
from
play
3.
as, shit, what is his name? Nick, I think?
Yeah.
You play as one of the kids that Carlito infects and sends across the United States. That's
Oh,
why
and
you,
then there was the
you
weird,
got a number printed on your neck.
there was the weird like femdom Nazi fucking lieutenant. I was just like, I don't know what we're going for here, but this is.
Oh yeah, she's part of the army.
get
for
it.
some reason. Oh, I gotta carry you.
Thanks.
I get it. It's a Japanese game, but you guys, guess,
Could you just not?
yeah, could you not?
I really owe you one.
I'm trying to enjoy myself. God damn it! When to kill zombies, and then you got this shit. Fucking backflipping and fucking shooting me with golden lugers or some shit.
You know, it's honestly not as bad as the other one from 3, where you go into the sex shop and there's the guy who looks like Psycho Mantis that has the penis flamethrower.
Oh.
He's pretty bad.
Thanks.
Yep, Japan.
Hey Wayne. What happened to those snipers? I killed them. No one's gonna shoot you now. Really? But you have to run out
And
there
like,
and look.
I'm usually not the person to get uppity about like puritanical view of like sexual shit in games, but Japanese like to push the envelope, as we know.
God, Wayne, you look awful. Before other weirdos show up and replace the snipers.
Like, the visual novels need to stop.
Thanks.
But Aaron,
that.
it's some people's way of life. They need their, what are they called? Dojins?
Yeah, yeah.
How else are they supposed to cope with talking to people in real life?
I feel like your outcome would be a lot better if you just...
Went out and
Got
talked to
over
people
it.
in real life?
Yeah, yeah.
Grandma's kids.
Like... I mean... Logical thinking is a tough thing, I know. I know. Very difficult concept to grasp in your everyday life, but, you know, we link together the fact that you're saying that you need these visual novels to, like, get whatever... You know, I'm doing the Jesse thing, aren't I? Where I'm fucking going off on the fucking sex topic, and I always yelled about that, and now here I am. But anyway, you're using visual novels to, like, satisfy whatever weird fetish. Your genetically modified cat girls and shit. You ever think that, like, maybe when you're walking out in public and you have the swagger of the guy that's, like, the visual novel fucking aficionado? Maybe if you didn't do that, maybe you'd have a bit more confidence in going out and doing things. I don't know. I feel like you're carrying that weight. You know what? You're gonna carry that weight. Just saying. Food for thought.
Sorry, I missed the end of your spiel.
What? Sorry? What?
I said I missed the end of your spiel. I had to step away. What were you saying?
Oh, wow, I was just talking to the audience, wow.
Yeah, sorry about
Follow
that.
me!
No, I said,
What are we doing?
oh man.
Follow me!
You're
Well,
feeling
I'm
like
just gonna do
Jesse.
the broken record bit and just repeat it. I said, I know logic is a hard concept, you know, especially in the modern day, but we think critically about this and we connect the dots. And I even made a side tangent of saying, like, I know I always yelled, because I'm doing the Jesse thing right now of, like, going off on the fucking, like, sex and fetish topics, which, you know, I'm just gonna be the hypocrite and fucking just, you know, carry on. If you're one of those people who's going around and being an aficionado on, like, visual novels and, like, weird hentai shit, and you go out in public, and that's the kind of swagger you're carrying, I feel like that's just gonna, other people are gonna pick that up. Kinda know.
You mean like our
You know, especially
our
when
one
you're, like, the
friend's
sweaty-
friend who I'm not gonna mention, but is exactly like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say, and like, you know, you especially if you're doing the sweaty neckbeard look, not a good look. Just gonna let you know that, guys, in 2020, that is not a look they've carried on. You should have gotten past that back in like 2011, 2012 with the whole, you know, Dawkins atheist movement. Like, you should have bury the fedora out back, please, just now, please.
Put it in the ground, shoot it, bury it. It's done.
Yes, exactly. Because
Follow me!
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're using that as a way to, like, appease whatever sexual appetite you have, and like I said, people in public are gonna notice that, maybe that's why you're having problems in public, or, you know, in your dating life. So just, you know, food for thought there.
Impossible.
Maybe change it up.
It's not that I'm a weird person, it's that they hate me for my interests, Aaron.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
I'm not
No.
insufferable.
no, you seem really defensive about this, so I think there needs to be some introspection, because things ain't looking good for you, Chief. Especially when it's starting to externalize. Like, then we have some critical problems. And like I said, critical thinking, hard thing. I know. You just apply it right. Might get results.
Aaron,
I
I
know
think you're
those
just
types
being
are-
xenophobic against otaku culture.
Well, I was gonna say, I know those types are probably the part of the cult of, you know, facts and logic. And oh god, what do Friendly Geordies and fucking Neil call it? I forget. It was on one of their fucking recent podcasts. Oh, the Common Sense Brigade. The Common Sense Brigade. That comes out whenever, like, something big happens. I'm like, I think they're also in that realm of stuff, but that's usually more like boomers and shit. But yeah, it's just like, don't get me wrong, there's a time to be one of those reactionary types in that crowd, but it's not all the time.
Floyd, could you please climb up the fucking concrete? Thank you.
But yeah, that was just my tangent on that. Visual novels and hentai, bad.
Can't
Dave,
say I disagree.
Shave, for the love of God, shower, because I just don't, I
Yeah,
don't want to know
you
your presence at the convention before I walk in the door.
621 is important at conventions. 6 hours of sleep, two meals and a shower. But, like, you should also do that every day, regardless of whether you're at a convention or not. You should
Yes, please.
You should just always shower
All right.
and have meals because it's good for you.
Just leave it to me.
Talking to you, Smash community.
Okay.
I'm gonna be upfront about it.
And when we say one shower,
Okay.
that's a day,
Just leave it
not
to
a
me.
month.
Okay. Just leave it to me.
The worst part is that, like, I've encountered those Smash people, dude. I just want to sit down and play some Smash with some randos at a fucking con. I just
And
I
they're
wanna
like,
enjoy
I'm
my
very
time there."
good. You think you can beat me? You really think you can beat me?
Oh my god.
No, I don't.
Were you there for that guy at Zenkai? I think you were there, right?
Maybe, I don't know what happened.
It was. I'm going back in my memory now because I think it was. Yeah, no, it was me, Orlando, and Jake. I think you were at a panel or you were just off somewhere.
Probably asleep.
But we were like, oh, and Jesse was there too. Yeah, so it was all of us. We had a fucking one of the consoles to ourselves, and we were just enjoying ourselves. We were like, finally, we can just fucking play with each other, and Jake can do his fucking annoying ass fucking Kid Icarus shit and everything. And I can be just completely out of my league with the rest of these people. But it's fun. It's fun. It's Smash. Like it's not serious. Guy comes over. Heavy set, lisp, doesn't help. Definitely reeks. Sits down, picks up the controllers and starts just styling on us, like laughing and snorting, like chuckling to it, like chortling to himself, really, over just how he's just wrecking all of us. Oh, you guys are fucking up, man. Look, like you don't know the meta plays and shit like this. Like, do you play this character? Is that your main? Like, serious, like into this. And we're just like, we're not gonna tell him off because we're like, we know that that's probably gonna lead to something we don't even want to be a part of. And I don't want to have to call fucking security. I do security. I don't want to have to stick those people on somebody. So we all just like slowly just got out of playing, and we're just like, all right, yep, we're gonna have to just go find something else to do. Like, don't be that guy. Please, don't be that guy. Like, even if it's just like some playful tournament warm-ups, it's not serious, dude. The brackets haven't even been drawn up.
But Aaron, video game.
Oh my god.
Don't make me tap the sign.
Yeah, don't make me tap the sign. Oh god. Yeah, that just like, you want to give it, like, if you have a conscience, you want to give people the fucking like benefit of the doubt.
Never.
But sometimes it'll make it really hard for you to work with your conscience. And the Smash community hates the stereotypes about them, but
then don't be the
when
stereotype.
everyone, I was gonna say, what stereotype? Because when every one of you motherfuckers rolls up like this, like, it's granted. Like, we're gonna talk shit. I'm sorry. It's like we said, you gotta do the 6-2-1 every day. Like, make it a lifestyle, because, you know, it should be, like, just how you live your life. And then two, just game, bro.
Aaron,
I get it.
It's much more than a video game. It's their life.
I get it. I like the pixels on the screen too. I love doing that. I love playing it. You know, sometimes you gotta step back and you gotta look at things realistically. Just saying. And you gotta ask, am I the bad guy?
Am I out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. At least now people are fully embracing Out of Touch Thursdays and accepting that they are in fact out of touch.
Yeah, I think that's just the new state of being at this current, you know, everything going on. We're not even gonna delve into that. Which, side note, like, complete side note, you were saying before we even started about a podcast. I was, not even last night, I was going through fucking some of Sam's old videos just because I felt like watching some General Sam, you know?
Yeah.
And saw that he mentioned at the end of one of his videos that he did a Forehead Fables with fucking John McAfee, and I was like, okay, okay, we gotta try and get a John McAfee episode. Like, it was one thing when the official podcast did it, but, like, General Sam's, like, he's a name on YouTube, don't get me wrong. But, like, he's not big. He's not a Penguin Zero. Like, and if he can get a John McAfee episode, I think we can get a John McAfee.
I mean, we just have to
I
manage
feel
to
like
get a
that
hold
would
of
be-
John McAfee when he's in between running from various world governments.
Yeah, when he's in the between, like, running from fucking feds and spooks, yeah. Which, at the end of it, he puts Sam on a list of some sort. I don't know what list, he doesn't describe it, he just says, put him on the list. And everybody in the comments is just like, is he gonna die?
Is he gonna kill Sam?
Is he putting him in his will because he liked the conversation? Like, what is going on here? Why is he on a list? List? What list? Why does John McAfee have a list? And what names are on it? Is another question. If General Sam's on it, then who else? Like, what? I don't want to insult the man and say, like, because I was about to say, like, random, like, mid-tier YouTuber. I think he's on his way up. I could say high-tier YouTuber. Is on the list? Like, what?
We need to get on the list. We'd actually have to do some prep, like more than we normally do, so we could have like actual questions for John.
Oh,
McAfee.
don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, you have plenty.
Oh, don't worry. I have a lot of questions. I could make a very healthy, interesting podcast with some of the questions I'd like to ask that man. And I could probably make him go off on tangents that, like, we might not even be able to post the thing. It might be a live session and then that's it. Because, oh boy.
Nah, we'd post it. We're not cowards.
Yeah, so if we ever get that set up, everybody, I mean, just be ready for a, on a side note 2.0.
We'll have to come up with a third podcast name.
Yeah. And to remind everybody, just memory hole Droid Bombasticast, please. Don't worry about that.
Well, now people can actually look it up because you said the name.
I know, but I'm being like,
Please go look at our old stuff, please. We forget the password, so it's not like we can ever go back to it, but...
it's there. It's not going away. At least that one episode didn't get aired, because, yeah, that one.
Maybe we'll talk about that episode at some point in the future, but not now. I really wish there was a way to speed up this fucking game. Because I'm literally just
Wait,
sitting
which
here...
one?
Dead Rising.
Wait, speed up the game, or you? I thought you said mini game.
Speed up the game. So, like, at some point, I plugged it last time. I've got this Megan Trainer called WeMod that it's just, you know, a cheat thing for single-player games. And at some point, I'm going to replay through this whole thing with invincibility for my followers on, so I can actually rescue everyone without accidentally murdering them.
Yeah, I saw that you lost some people last time.
You know, just like 7. I was doing so good up until that point.
And you kind of lightsabered one of them? Like, I saw that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fantastic.
Only 730. But anyway, so I'm gonna play through it again with cheats on because honestly I can't be bothered to be actually skilled at the game. I need to 100% this on Steam.
That's
Also plugging WeMod.
It's very odd hearing from you going on about this game, considering like what I said, like even before we started. Of like,
yeah, no. Again, when the game
you
came
have like
out,
25 plus playthroughs of this.
yeah, I have the. I had the physical guide back when those were things that were printed for games.
In
And
case you forgot, kids.
I read that thing. The 3 game
They
guides.
used to give you a tome. Or, well, no, you didn't get one, but...
You had to
I
buy
mean,
one.
well, there were manuals as well. We'll have to remind people of that.
I miss manuals in games because they had fun stuff. Anyway, the three game guides that I read through like they were my favorite book were Dead Rising, Luigi's Mansion, and I had another one. Oh fuck. Anyway, I don't remember what the third one was. I could probably go upstairs and find it in my bookcase, but that's not the point. The point is, I knew this
Was it
game
one of the Pokemon games?
forward and back. You don't need a game guide for any of the Pokemon games. It's ridiculous. I had them, but that was not one that needed to be read because follow the arrows to your next destination. Like
Yeah.
all the complaints we have about Skyrim, that is just the Pokemon games, just how they're designed to be played.
Well, I mean, that's just Nintendo's mentality where...
Yeah, the games are for kids, and I don't
Yeah,
care
so they're
as
not
an
gonna-
adult playing them because it means I can turn my brain off and just follow the hallway
Well, you say
and play
that.
rock, paper, scissors.
Well, then you say it's a game for kids. But then you motherfuckers come out with this fucking IV training shit and everything else, and I'm just like...
They specifically
Why-
include that,
what-
so
what
it's
is
not
this-
something that people are supposed to do. It's just the hardcore adult children are like, oh, this is the thing that they hid behind like 7 layers of obscurity. That's obviously something they want me to metagame. They made it hard so only dedicated people would be able to do it.
Well, I mean, is it not intentional? Because, like...
It's all supposed to be background process.
So it's supposed to be like...
It's supposed to be like, oh cool, this random
just
Pokemon I
luck and
found is
RNG
really
background
strong.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel like you're missing the point of including a system like that if you're just hand waving and saying, "Oh, nobody should worry about this now." Like it feels really weird to include a system like that for then people to just ignore it.
I mean,
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't see the point of adding that level of like depth and complexity to then just have it be in a kid's game and be like, "Oh, well, they're fucking 12. They're not gonna give a shit."
the whole point of it being there and being a occluded background thing is it's supposed to make it so like if you have 2 dogs, right? Say you get 2 Labradors. They're not going to be exactly the same because they're the same animal. So they added that background process so when you're playing through and you catch 2 Nidorans, they're not exactly the same. They're different, just like actual animals. Don't dogfight, because
Yeah.
don't misconstrue incorrect meaning from my metaphor.
We
But
don't
anyway.
need we don't need future Mike Vicks, please.
But anyway, yeah. So the whole reason that that's a hidden background process is just so there's some more diversity to the Pokemon. So it's not like, oh, I caught 1 Caterpie, I never need to catch another Caterpie because all of them are exactly the same, and this is the best a Caterpie can be. So it's
Yeah,
it's
but
not
that's
supposed
what
to be something that you abuse and like play for. It's just supposed to be something that's there to make the game not samey.
Okay, I guess I can understand. I was just gonna say that, like, looking at it from, like, the meta standpoint, I just really... The same argument I've been making is just, like, I just don't see how you would have that system and then, like, expect somebody to not, like, delve into it.
Because they literally hid it behind like 5 layers of obscurity.
Yeah.
Specifically so people couldn't.
Yeah, I know, but people... Like, it's a human nature to try and scout patterns and things, so of course people are going to be like, oh, hey, background system to this.
It's actually...
Oh,
so-
hey, it's really fucking obscure and doesn't make any fucking sense in some cases, but you know what? Bet you I can make it work.
So, there's a YouTube channel that I forget
The fucking
guy's name.
paranoid schizophrenic is going to find the pattern in the numbers, man.
I'm gonna link a YouTube video in the doobly-doo down below, I don't know what platform you're watching on. I'll try and post it everywhere. I forget his name, but he basically talks about background systems and RNG in games and stuff. And the one video he did recently, he was abusing the RNG in one of the Pokemon games to ensure that he gets a shiny. So there's this program that you can load, or someone fucking took the time and figured out. When you launch Sun and Moon, I think it was Sun and Moon.
Hello?
Anyway, when you launch one of the games, as soon as you hit start on the main screen, it shows a little clock spinning around. And if you record the starting position of the clock and do it like 5 or 6 times, and then input those starting positions into this program, it will tell you what the internal RNG is set to, and then you can search for a Pokemon in an area, and it will tell you every single spawn that's going to happen to the millisecond. So you just stand in a specific spot on a map, save your game, do the loady thing to generate that particular spawn, and then use a honey at the exact, 4 frames, and it will ensure that you get, a shiny Pokemon of a specific type. It was a fucking ridiculous video.
You realize you made my case with that whole thing, right?
Yeah, no, I'm completely making your case. And my point is, I'm gonna link the video because this guy just goes into basically how it works, which is fine to have an academic understanding of how it works, but some group of people had to actually program that thing that he's using. And it's
Let
fucking
alone
ridiculous.
do the initial analysis of them playing through the game and probably however many fucking playthroughs of multiple Pokemon games to assess the system as it is and then be like, you know what, we can make a program for this.
No,
Yeah.
it was Carlito. I tried to talk him into coming.
Just from that initial point going to having an accurate fucking program at the end of it
He shot
that'll
you.
just
It's
put
literally
through all of
accurate
the
within
obscurity.
2 frames, I believe.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Absolutely fucking insane.
I don't know what he'll do next.
Hey. Hey. Damn.
Using...
Oh boy.
Okay, so the video, the YouTube channel is called Tech Rules. Hold on, share. I'm just gonna post it in
You know,
chat
it's
in a second here.
sometimes hard to fathom that you live on the same planet as these people. It's not to be mean or disingenuous. I'm just saying it's just the levels. Something so niche, dig into it so deeply is just it's beyond me.
Isabella, I'm so sorry. I never meant to shoot you.
Never meant to shoot you. If you didn't mean to shoot her, then you shouldn't.
Please come back to me.
Hey,
I
Kendall.
know you can hear me, Isabella. I'm sorry you had to get worked up about this, but you know I'm right. Come back to me, Isabella. There is nothing you need to do. I can make you. Please.
Dealing with another one of the psychos. Oh my god.
Saving Isabel.
Worst time. Worst time for that. Sorry.
Sounds too good to be true. It's coming, I guarantee it. Trust me. Did you maybe not shoot me, Kendall?
Come on.
Thanks. What do you want? Oh my god. There's a group of freaks in raincoats gathered in Colby's movie land. They're wearing masks too. They're giving me the creeps. Thanks, Otis. Hey, Kendall.
Come on.
That's another one of the crazy ones. But like they added to the game that like when you think about it on a realistic level, you're like, you know what? There probably would be people that would do the fucking cultist bit if a zombie apocalypse was happening. But like, I just gotta ask, like, why? Like,
yeah, I kind of touched on sort of that idea last time. Like, I walk in, and first of all, there's that many survivors that were just like, oh yeah, I'll throw on a raincoat and a green mask and just start murdering people. But also, I show up, and the cult leader is just like, he's a non-believer, kill him. I didn't even get a chance to sign up like the rest of these fuckers did. Like, what the heck? Were they operating before the zombies?
You just see a journalist, and it's just like, yep, nope, he's not gonna buy it.
Follow me!
I totally would have joined the raincoat cult.
Oh my god.
You've seen how many of my own survivors I've accidentally killed.
Yeah, that's your offer of like allegiance. It's like, dude, look, I killed like 70 of these guys. Come on.
I'm doing your job better than you.
Sure, okay.
Kindle.
I saved like at least 30 or so, but like in between those 7 kills. But I killed them, you know. Count for something. How many is Chucklefuck over there in the fucking raincoat? How many has he killed?
Probably not that many.
None? None? Okay.
It seems like I've got a pretty big kill count then, jackass.
Yeah, high bar entry, huh? Guess zombie apocalypse just hard to find trained killers, huh?
And not to mention, all of the raincoat people are living humans. They're not zombies. And I've killed a bunch of them.
Did they explain how the zombies just don't give a fuck about them?
They're wearing plastic clothing, basically, to completely cover their body. And so they're sent, and they just stand perfectly still for, like, hours. So they're, like, basically zombies already.
Yeah, but, like, most other zombie fiction, like, you gotta do a little more than that. Like, you gotta fucking, like, blend in with them by rubbing their guts all over you, fucking, as a la fucking Walking Dead or something. Or, fuck, even Shaun of the Dead called that.
No, in Shaun of the Dead,
no, it was just moan and walk slowly.
Kendall, take the shot.
I think I'm thinking of 28 Days Later. I think there was this. I think they did that.
Oh yeah,
28 Days Later.
they did the. You can cover yourself in CO2 to avoid the predators in that movie. What if we just roll around in zombie guts?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That and raincoat, like that. Like the sleeves are open, collar of it, like they're wearing a fucking shitty little like gremlin mask. Like I feel like human scent is gonna be still making it out of the gaps. Just saying. I mean, I get it. I'm nitpicking on like a fucking
14-year-old
Japanese
video game.
fucking zombie game where there's a lot of like just dumb comedic effect shit, and you're running around with a literal fucking Mega Man blaster. But still, I don't know.
Is she hurt?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's part of the fun of like being a part of video game culture is just like looking at a plot and going,
The one who caused
yeah,
all this?
there's inconsistencies here. What the fuck?
Asshole brother caused the zombie outbreak.
Which, another side note, Trevor sent me a, well, you watched Juicehead, so
here?
Yeah.
you've probably already
I mean,
seen
does
it.
this have anything to do with
That
that
one,
announcement
Fallout
R-
4 mod that
RPG.
lets you just, like,
At this point, okay?
literally
Shut
go
up,
off and
I
just
can
say,
tell you
like,
that.
hey, I don't like any of these fucking
And just
factions.
so you
Just
know,
kill everybody.
That would be the same guy that shot you.
Mostly just going off on the idea of, like, you were saying, like, oh yeah, I just joined the
What's he
cultists.
after? What's his ultimate
Well,
goal?
with
I don't know.
Nuka World, you could just
But according
join
to
the
her, This
Raiders.
plan isn't over.
Yeah, but like, Bethesda will do that as like, you know, a sort of one-bit deal. But
Fine.
like,
Consider her in
it,
DHS custody.
I mean,
We'll
okay, look,
question her when she
they've done it
wakes
in the
up.
past games. Like, fucking, as I know everybody hates when people fucking hobby out on this horse. But New Vegas and shit like that, where you could just pick literally any faction and just say fuck the other factions, or you know you could just do the whole me
That's
and
not
yes
true.
man.
You only had 3 options for the major factions. You could side with House. Oh no, sorry, 4. You could side with House, Yes Man, Caesar, or the NCR. It's not like you could go join the Brotherhood of Steel and be like, all right, I'm just gonna live down here and collect technology for you, and then credits roll. The courier joined the Brotherhood of Steel, disappearing into their bunker, never to return to the surface.
Yeah, but that like they at least justify those that and like the whole fact that like the Enclave is basically nothing but like they'll have somewhat of a presence. Like you can make the same argument of like, oh, why can't I just like restart the Enclave? And it's like, okay,
Well, first of
one,
all, you can't
development
restart
time.
the Enclave because you have no ties with the pre-war government, and just because Arcade and a couple of old people are there doesn't mean they're the last refuge of the Enclave. That just means they're the only ones in their like particular battle group that know each other are still around.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially
but
considering I was literally just reading the wiki yesterday. Augustus Autumn from 3. After after the Chosen One blew up their fucking oil rig in 2, one of the scientists, head scientist Autumn, went out east with a huge detachment of Enclave forces because Zach's O2, I think, the one that's John Henry Eaton, called all of the Enclave forces to reform over on the East Coast. So, like, Autumn, the scientist, took a bunch of his men and went east. So, like, there's still Enclave, and he didn't take everyone, he just took a large detachment. So, in New Vegas, there's probably still big sections of Enclave out west. It's just they got their ass kicked by the Chosen Ones. So they're not gonna like publicly broadcast, "Hey, we're still around and super weak."
Well, that or they probably have their own like dealings and objectives that they're probably going about individually or something like that. There's a lot of ways. Yeah, I can see how like easily argue away the fact that like yeah the Enclave has
Really, they took
no
my clothes.
business or need to be in like the New Vegas game. But like my other thing is that they at least justify the Brotherhood thing too by saying like they're almost in the same state where they're just like a minor faction and it's just these guys hanging out in the bunker, carrying out the actual proper ideal of what the Brotherhood does. They're not like a major player and they honestly don't give a fuck about like drip politics or you know who really controls most of the West. That's the other thing is like, oh god, I know this whole like the whole topic, the Bethesda game talk, the Fallout talk of like potential this, that, and the third. I know it's all fucking done with that, but it's just the thing is that like what you just went over with the continuity of like how the plot lines between the games tie together, how all these factions tie together, and everything else. It just feels kind of lost in 4. And everybody even kind of like went on about like the Brotherhood showing up as kind of like, yeah, they did do a little bit of setup on it, but it also just feels kind of forced. Like, just yeah, we need the Brotherhood back because everybody knows that fucking T-51B power helmet and shit. So
And yeah, but in 4, it makes perfect sense that the Brotherhood would show up because it's what's left of the Fallout 3 Brotherhood, the Lions sect. They showed up. They got back all of the, what do you call it? The exiled assholes.
Oh, the remnants.
No, I
Or
forget,
what the fuck were
what
they
called
called?
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Exile.
black and red armored
Yeah.
ones.
They didn't like Elder Lyons because he was like, no, we should actually help people, not just steal tech, which is why all of them left. And then, after he died, Sarah Lyons tried to take over, and no one respected her. And she died out on a mission with a small group of people that were actually loyal. And then all of the exiled Brotherhood of Steel people came back and formed under that little prick, whatever his name is. Says he wants some wine.
But
Literally wine in the room.
but no, the fact that modders had to add in that level of like free choice and free will of the player and shit like that. I mean, once again, disclaimer. You know, this fucking has probably been talked to death. I don't even know if we've even like gone over it in one of the podcasts. But yeah, I don't know. For just departure from a fucking like golden path.
Well, I think
But after he sent me that, like I was really thinking that like in combination with that
multiplayer one that I sent the other day.
that mod where you can lead a raider faction and everything else. Oh man, that'd be a playthrough.
Did you see the Juicehead video I sent the other day with the multiplayer mod that in 5 months has come up to the point where it's working?
Yeah, that's been crazy to fucking see. That and like he keeps saying, it's like just the amount of like non-community interest of just like it's happening, but nobody's like rallying around it like the Skyrim Together thing. I don't know if people just have a bad taste in their mouth.
People have a bad taste
For like
in their
some of the
mouth
newer
around
games
Skyrim
getting
Together.
multiplayer.
No, people have a bad
I
taste
know,
in their mouth
but
about
I'm
Skyrim
just
Together
saying.
because of the people.
Yeah.
In charge
Yeah,
of
I
Skyrim
know, but
Together.
I'm just saying like the idea that, or I just maybe everybody's satisfied with 76 as it is, so they're just like, I don't need Fallout 4 to have multiplayer. I don't know.
I mean, I really like 76. I like where it is. And they're adding more stuff, making it even better. So that's really cool.
Well, I know I always, and I know I always get on it to your ire.
They have made it
Like,
really good.
76, Bethesda bad and shit like that. It's not that I'm on the bandwagon of hate, where I'm just like, no, fuck Bethesda, they shouldn't get anything. I just think that like they need to reassess what their roadmap is for all of this, and like what their design ethos is, and kind of, you know, do a sort of return to tradition.
Well, they really
Which,
did with
I mean,
the,
when money is involved, hard to say if they'll actually, you know, wake up to that, but I mean, as far as the press thing is gone, I mean, their PR isn't looking great, and there are a lot of people that are in the just full-on fucking Bethesda hate camp. I mean, I've stated it before, like, if I see the stuff come out, like Test 6, or if, what the hell is the space project they're working on? I was, like, we hear nothing about
Starfield.
it. Yeah, Starfield, like, if that looks promising, alright. Like, you'll bring me back, but, like, I see, to me, seeing is believing, and I gotta see it before I'm gonna fucking actually change my opinion. Which, ooh, crazy opinion, right? To, like, want to actually see something.
Want to see a game before you
Yeah,
just
right?
decide it's the thing for you.
Well, not even just games, but, like, you just, in general, just, like, actually fucking, like, seeing an honest follow-through with, like, stated intentions or you know an improvement as
Now-
far as things go.
I will point out that on launch, 76 was exactly what they said it was going to be. An MMO with no NPCs. They told us that from the get-go. So, like, no one should have been surprised when that's exactly what it was.
Well, I think people weren't listening, and
were
they
just
had an
like, "Oh, new
expectation in
Fallout."
their heads of what a multiplayer like
Are you kidding?
MMO Fallout would be. And I'm not even gonna like uninclude myself from that. Like I have a particular idea of how it is, and it's like literally just single player game, but you know, with other people.
Well, that's what it is
And-
now after Wastelanders.
Yeah, but the underlying systems are also a thing. Like the whole card thing and everything else, like some of the mechanics going about it, and like the way that like they seem to just be continuing on this route of like, I wouldn't say dumbing down, but just sort of like leaning into the gamification of like the systems to a lesser extent, rather than like having some proper like, trying to think of the word. I want to say depth, but not really.
Those who reject salvation embrace
I don't know how to play it.
ignorance.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it.
I think you should give, like, next time there's a free weekend, I don't know when it'll be, but you really should give
the-
76
Now I
Wastelanders a try.
Yeah.
Because you haven't played
shall
since that
return
update,
your
and, like,
tainted
Jake played
blood
through a couple of the quests and was
the
still like,
foul
nope, on
earth
principle.
that has
I don't like it.
spawned you.
But if you give it a chance, like, the story is actually good now. It's not just follow the tapes. You actually get to see
Fantastic.
the Overseer and do a bunch of stuff for her, which is nice.
Yeah, but like, I feel like, I mean, and like you said, I don't know, what their stated intention, like I just feel like the RPG was lost.
The RPG has been lost since Skyrim, though.
Yeah, no, I know. Which is why I'm saying, like, a return to tradition is what I would like to see from them, where, like, we actually get back to the role-playing game rather than just, like, sort of dressed-up character action. Which is why I'm saying, like, the Fallout 76, like,
Are you all right?
like, card system for fucking perks and that investment, it just, I don't know, it doesn't engage me, because, like, I want just the fucking, not saying that, like, it's an ideal system, but just that, like, number dump, I don't know, I just prefer it more.
I mean, I actually really like the,
Are you all right?
room on time. I really do like the,
Like, everybody can look as evidence
Are you all right? Are you
to the
all
fact
right?
of, like, all of our fucking Morrowind playthroughs, like, that game is out and out, just the fucking, like, epitome of just dump numbers into the stat and then fucking go from there.
What are you
Like,
doing?
with how ridiculous the fucking acrobatic skill gets. Like, yeah, you could say that it's a detractor of, like, how ridiculous and fucking wacky it is that you're fucking, like, leaping and bounding over the fucking hills and fucking fields of fucking Morrowind, but still, like, it's enjoyable. You can still get, like, immersed into the world and shit like that. Like, it doesn't take away from it as much as it gives to it.
way.
Follow me.
And even then, like, all of our characters are pretty varied. I mean, although, I will say you, Jake, and Trevor have gone the route of just fucking magic spinner.
Sorry, I like meta.
Well, yeah, I mean, the game was definitely heavily balanced towards the idea of just, like, we have this fucking huge magic system and all of these ridiculous spells and the spell crafting and enchanting and everything like that, so fuck, if you're not using it, you're not playing the game right.
Over there!
That and just, like, the province itself is just meant to be like that. You know, you have fucking Telvanni wizards and growing their own fucking citadels. And like, cloning armies of themselves.
One guy. Let's be fair. It's one guy
What do
who
you
has a
mean?
clone army of himself because he's the only one that can know the depths of his genius, so of course he has to have sex with himself.
Yeah, and then there's that.
Follow me!
I'm gonna lose some more people here because I'm in kind
Which,
of
I mean,
hurry.
that game definitely, like, and that's what I'm saying, like, it feels unhinged almost with, like, the way that the lore and everything else is done, which I know the fucking, like,
Kirkbride says he
ridiculous.
just locked himself in a room and drank whiskey for a week. He says that he's never
No,
done drugs.
everybody fucking brings up that fucking, like, random fucking anecdotal fucking bit of, like, well, that and, like, anytime somebody has a fucking stroke of genius that's out there that, like, doesn't meet the social norms, everybody just immediately assumes, oh man, somebody was doing drugs when they came up with this, man. And it's like, no, he has a different way of, like, wanting to do storytelling with the whole, like, coda thing, and, like, also being, like, one of those outspoken people who just says, don't write the canon of this, anybody can fucking dump into the canon. Like, it's open source, fucking, just universe, so make of it what you will. I'm not saying I'm in that camp. I don't particularly agree with it. I like a set lore that, like,
What is your name?
has its canon, but then, you know, fucking, you enjoy it enough, you can make up whatever the fuck story you want. Fucking carry your fucking Mary Sue OC as far as you want. Your own little fan fiction, but still,
So we'll skip the
like,
formalities
I don't,
and get to the chase.
I don't want your fucking do-it-all fucking,
Interrogation.
Argonian waifu that you've made to start fucking making world-shattering fucking changes and shit, and then say, nope, it's all canon, it's all true. Like, no, I'm good on that. But, like, the ideas he had as far as, like, making this odd, making the odd fucking religion and the weird background, like, the guy just has a fucking, like, he just has a very well-versed and well-read understanding of theology, like, and then they drew from a lot of fucking, like, real-world concepts, Aztecs, Mesopotamians, and everything else, and just said, you know what, let's just run with it, let's see what we can do. How can we make this as otherworldly as possible by extrapolating what we have in the real world and just making it, like I said, almost fucking unhinged in a way. And it does it to its benefit. Why people still fucking love it to death. Why it has one of the, like, for how old it is, it has still a competitive fucking modding scene that, like, with the enthusiasts that are keeping the community alive, like Dark Elf Guy and shit, is growing. I mean, it's hard to argue that they do something right.
As for your, you don't like that anyone can just make something and then it's canon. I do just want to point out that the way the Elder Scrolls universe works like, already,
Zombie.
the actual canon, is that literally anything can fucking happen, and then if the universe gets too fucked up, it autocorrects itself.
Yeah, they just wipe it.
Just Dragon Break. So
Were
you
you
can have
conducting
your Argonian
experiments with
waifu that goes
zombies?
around and murders Uriel Septim and becomes the king of all of Cyrodiil, queen or whatever. And then, oh, there was a Dragon Break, and now it's back to our official canon.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Because retcon is literally baked into the core canon. Magical retcon.
We were conducting
Yeah.
experiments to reduce the cost of breeding. We
I don't know.
accidentally
That, and I feel like I've kind of overridden the fucking
livestock.
I've overridden the let's play of fucking Dead Rising with Bethesda talk a little too much, so
So the government's now in the zombie making business. The whole story about the drug trade was a cover-up?
What do you
I don't know. We'll try and segue out of this. I don't know what.
We were trying to mass produce cattle. We were trying to mass produce cattle. Do you have
Do you have any idea how much meat Americans consume on a daily basis?
Americans
Oh, consume a single day.
in a single day?
A lot.
That's a crazy touchstone that this game like imparts. And I don't want to fucking make like some kind of
Grandstand.
like vegan vegetarian argument, but the large like agribusiness industrial complexes is definitely a thing, ladies and gentlemen. I will inform you of such. And if you think the FDA is a good body of oversight for that, you're fucking sorely mistaken, I'll tell you that. Just to get like
I don't like the FDA.
all controversial coming off of Bethesda, going into just fucking real world fucking going into real world fucking touchy topics. Which it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. What you consume and what like fuels you to live your life shouldn't be a touchy topic. Like I feel like that should be a pretty open discussion for you to be able to have.
In my village,
But I don't know.
the people turned into
Maybe
zombies.
maybe I'm the crazy one, I guess.
Those damn
Probably.
wasps.
I want to have hard. I want to have the hard
They escaped
conversations.
from the
God forbid.
lab. It wasn't long before they got to work. Some spread. The army was called in. They killed everyone.
Although I will say, I will take the I will take the maleffects of the mass-produced meat market over the eat the bug market any day.
I wish we could
Maybe
just
I'm a little biased.
get on top of the meat cloning, so we could just, you know, grow a blob of muscle, stimulate it with
terrorism is a retaliation
electrical
for a cruel government cover-up.
shock so it gets exercise, and then just, you know,
Sounds plausible.
grow
Or it could be some serious
some
bullshit.
Kobe
In
beef steak
either
without
case,
actually having to
we
beer
have to
and
get out of
massage
here
the
alive
cow.
if we want to find out for sure.
That would be dope.
We have to check if she's
I
been
just-
bitten. Let me take a look.
Just feel like there might be some maleffects
I'm
to
a
that.
medical technician. I could be
None.
useful if you let me
It's
do my
grown
job.
with beef stem cells, and
I have no right to ask.
they expose it to a little bit of
Please,
muscle, so it
let me
literally
help.
is just naturally grown muscle.
If you don't get out of here, the truth dies with you.
I'm not like. I'm gonna sound like one of those fucking like organic
All right.
au natural types that's
Allowing
gonna have a
you to know
hyphenated
that
fucking
you and your
kid.
brother's scheme makes things go more smoothly for us.
But
I'm all for
I
it.
feel like no matter how many levels of like assurance you can give that there won't be sort of weird malefact or like genetic effect coming off of it, I just feel like that's going to be the case with something.
Nah, I really want my lab-grown meat because,
Yes.
from what I've heard, it's very, very tasty.
Good.
Like all of the people that I've seen
Good.
talking about it, it just looks so good.
Good.
Oh, all of the people
I
that
mean-
I needed to save are gonna die.
I mean, you say that, but their interest in it, is it genuine? Are we sure this isn't a broad opinion of it?
I mean, I'll have to taste it for myself to know for sure, but
Over there!
it seems genuine.
I mean, and that's not even my like main concern in all of it is its taste. Like, my main concern is just
It's not like it's made with
unforeseen
crazy
consequences of
chemicals.
such.
It's just grown the same way a cow would grow, but in a lab, so there's no ethical concerns. We're not murdering cows. It's stem cells that we're electrocuting so they are walking. Sorry, Ray.
Okay. Follow me! Follow me! Okay.
Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it. It's not even like ethical concerns, it's just one of those has science gone too far kind of fucking deals.
Science can't go too far. Until my brain is in a jar, or I can have my personality downloaded into an AI, science has not gone too far.
Kyle.
What?
Kyle.
What? I just...
As a religious person. Okay. I just want you to like ruminate on the idea of like divorcing yourself from the meat prison, as you probably would put it. I just don't know if that's a good idea. Like,
who's to say that, you know, the soul can't be put into the machine? Get off of me!
okay.
I want to see the stars. I want to be an AI on a ship, so I can see the vastness of the universe. That's all I want. Since I'm not gonna live long enough to do it myself. If I can just have my entire personality downloaded and stuck into an AI chip, absolutely, that's what I want.
Guess that's a way to go about it. I just feel like you're gonna be missing that sense of like found wonderment and everything else and seeing it all when you're in a fucking chip.
Impossible. Imagine all the sensors I'll have. I'll be able to see way better than a normal person.
Oh my god. That's not even what I'm getting at. I'm getting at the idea of just the reward fucking complex that humans have inbuilt, you know, the fucking dopamine, serotonin, all of that stuff of like achieving something like that's
electronics.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's just electrical signals to your brain that cause that shit anyway.
Look. Get that point. You assuredly get that point as well. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at the fact that like yes, you can posit it as such because we have the the understanding of the mechanics of all of it. But can you also emulate those emotions that come along with it, that work that way? Like, I feel like that's what's being lost in that.
Well, obviously not with our current
And that's
understanding of AI development, but eventually.
Sounds too hard.
yeah, but like, I mean, it doesn't matter to it, but like, can the machine be happy? Can it be sad?
Yes.
Like,
well,
it has no need for. Well, first of all, it doesn't have a need for that. And second, like, what is its frame of reference built upon for these things if it's not inborn with it already? Like, that's the factor of human nature and all of it. And when you try and apply that to a machine, I just don't see where, like you said, the electrical functions that you could use to try and replicate it would be on the same level to even, like, quantifiable from the outside when you're, when you're already a person. Like, I don't think there's an analytical way of evaluating those kind of things to see that it's actually like a proper functioning system like that.
Anyone there?
I have to drag a zombie or push him into the zombie.
And to get back at what I was going towards with the statement of like, oh, you're as a religious person, I would also say that, like, is it not a follow through of the sort of biblical idea of being possessed of the material world? Like, is that not equatable to hell, to be locked in a machine like that?
So long as AI has progressed to the point where it's basically self-aware and can affect its own programming, when I decide I'm ready to die, I can just shut down all main processes and be dead. So I wouldn't be locked inside the machine prison.
But you say that as though you're gonna have a free choice in the matter. Like, if you're going to be used and entrusted as, like, as you're saying you want to be, as like the AI for a ship or something like that, like, I don't think you're going to be making the decision to do that. I feel like there's going to be other people pushing the levers to say yes or no to that.
My apology.
Let alone if they don't have, like, some kind of fucking backup, like, resident host AI that's just monitoring you back end or something. I don't know, but I feel like I'm straying from the point with that.
I mastered knee drop. Oh, fuck yes. Once I get somersault kick, I'll have the best skills in the game. But yeah, no.
I'm gonna say, I saw you had the most important ones. As we depart from the high philosophical discussions.
Oh, I'm ready to keep having high philosophical discussions. I love that. But yeah, no. As long, again, I don't think we're very far away from getting to a point that we will have smart, independently thinking AI.
No, and I wouldn't even be surprised if it's something that we don't even, that, like, they're not even fucking telling the public that they already have.
You do it all the time.
You know, this guy
Fucking-
sort of looks like Styx Hexenhammer.
Who's there? Stay
Um,
back. Stay
Because, like, where the government's beholden to at least fucking tell the people to some extent, as long as it's not a matter of fucking, like,
Elon Musk isn't required to do
state
that.
security, which I feel like AI is, at least on the higher aspects that they're trying to work on, especially, like, self-aware AI. I feel like that's definitely going to be something they're going to fucking make sure they classify as a fucking state secret, because China might get a hold of it, I suppose. As if they, you know, don't have some kind of program working on their own, or the other latent boogeyman of Russia or something. I don't think that, like, where they're kind of beholden to that, or at least, like, after a certain amount of years, they would have to fucking, like, classify and announce to the public, like, yeah, no, we were totally working on this whole fucking time, so here it is. Amazon and Google are not beholden to their fucking agreements. They're private companies. They can fucking do whatever the fuck they want and not tell a single soul. Other than their shareholders. And that's about it. Which is why I'm saying, like, there's a very good possibility that they fucking already have something like it. I wouldn't be surprised. And they just keep the public in the dark about it and just say, yep, using them for fucking algorithms, YouTube, and trying to develop them to be able to, you know, interactive social sphere and shit like that. Like, it sounds fucking like crackpot conspiracy shit, but, like, I wouldn't put it past them to be using some sort of fucking social media account, fucking, like, train one of these things.
Come on! Come on!
Yeah, probably. Like, the best way to train even a simple AI is to just let it naturally learn from external stimulus. And what a better way to teach it about humans than to just basically hand a social media account to an AI and be like, here, follow a bunch of people, watch and learn how people. Although that is pretty bad for the kind of AI it's going to train.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we've seen, like, machine learning and stuff like that applied to, like, open source input from people, and we've seen how that's gone, especially with, like, fucking 4chan trolls and shit like that rolling in and just being like, I'm gonna teach it to say the no-no word.
Which is even more of a reason why those companies wouldn't necessarily want to let anyone know that that's what they're doing, because then that's how their system gets compromised and learns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have bad actors and stuff like that, you know, trying to throw a wrench in the system, whether it be just, you know, for lulz, or just, you know, because they just don't agree with the idea of this company working with something like that, or you know, whatever myriad of reasons people would have to go against it.
Hey, Gil, I really need to offer you a shoulder.
Follow me! Follow me! Come on!
I mean, everybody fucking memes on the fucking capture questions you get whenever you try and log into a site.
I love all of those posts of the prove you're not a robot by clicking a
Yeah.
button, and then they have a robot click a button.
Or the identify street signs.
I could literally train an AI to do that.
Yeah.
But actually, from what I've heard, the purpose of those captchas is for it to take long, because an AI that's properly trained can finish those captchas in like 4 milliseconds.
Oh
So
wow.
The only thing that's preventing a robot from getting past those is the fact that it takes longer for a human to do it, and that's what it's actually looking for.
Oh, okay. They're literally just fucking, they're literally working on the basis of human error is fucking a completely evident factor, so fuck it. I mean, I was gonna say I wouldn't put it past them to be like people are memeing about fucking using it to train some sort of like smart city AI management system or something like that. Like what's her face from Halo?
Cortana.
Was it Dot?
Oh, Anti-Dot, yeah.
Follow me!
That's totally a thing I can definitely see.
I mean, everyone's all into their smart homes. I mean, a smart city is the next logical progression.
Oh god, I really hate that shit. Fucking Internet of Things.
I like my home system. I think my favorite...
My oven's on the internet, why?
Yeah. Why is your dishwasher on the internet? To get a security update. Why does it need a security update? Because it's on the internet.
Created your own fucking problem. Like, are you not self-aware enough to realize that? Like, what the fuck? Man, these hackers are out there. They can hack into anything. Yeah, because you made it so that it can be hacked.
Yeah, you know what can't be hacked? My fucking unnetworked toaster.
Yeah,
you
my $15 toaster I get from a fucking like big box store.
$50 is really expensive for a toaster.
Oh boy, I can't program it to fucking like lightly braise my bread to a golden fucking like perfection that I want exactly at 6:15 in the morning before I go to work.
Actually,
oh god, God forbid.
There's another YouTube channel I've been watching recently, Technology Connections, and he has done a couple episodes about this Sunbeam toaster from the 20s or 30s, and you put a piece of bread in it. It automatically takes the bread down into the toaster. There's no user input required, and it uses a shrouded temperature sensor to read the surface temperature of the bread to determine how to cook it. It's
Why the fuck isn't that just a standard feature going forward? Like, why the fuck are all of ours terrible still then?
That's the point he fucking makes. He's like, why is this toaster from the 30s better than every toaster available on the market today?
That makes no fucking sense. Oh wait, God. We're literally manufacturing everything in sweatshops in China. Oh no, everybody, don't fucking... Don't approach that one.
You shouldn't have.
I hate all the people crying and moaning. Fucking save her.
Oh. So going back to the Internet of Things bit. You know what? Say this for the podcast, but fuck. God, where was I? I think I was on Tumblr. You might have seen the post. The fucking smart diapers.
What? What?
Like, I really fucking...
That. What the hell is that?
Dude, I really can't with the fucking... Bro, I hate the fucking future, bro. Literally, it's such an innocuous thing. It's such an innocuous thing. But it's so enormously unnecessary that it just really upsets you. So, I think it was Pampers or one of those fucking diaper companies. They've come out with smart diapers where they literally have a fucking chip in it with sensors and everything that'll give you a fucking smartphone notification when your fucking baby shits in it. And it also like syncs to monitors and everything else in the room so that like you can get a full fucking like 360 status update on your fucking child. Because he's making a bowel movement.
Okay, but most important question, why?
Because you're so
Do
busy, you
do
know.
people not have a nose? Can they not hear their child crying?
You have coronavirus going on. You know, you're working in the home office now. You know, things are so busy and hectic. You see all this shit going on in the world and everything like that. All these wars, all the fucking trials and travails of the modern era. I
can't be bothered to check my own child.
Yeah, it's just so much. It's just so much. You know, could I just get like a notification when my child shits? I just need that because it's just one less thing that I have to micromanage in my day. You know, I have such a full schedule of noon drinking, fucking rose wines and shit like that. That, you know, I just can't be bothered to walk in the room and, you know, just give it a good whiff. You know. I imagine I'm being like utterly fucking like.
I fucking hate this future.
Yeah, I'm being like really mauled right now about it, but I mean it just feels like one of those things. It's just like born.
There's a dystopian cyberpunk future that I want, and that's not it.
Yeah. And like I said, it's such an innocuous thing too. Fucking like smart diapers, but still, it's just feels like this sort of just modern level of fucking ennui of just like, really, we've come to this point, like where we need to like Internet of Things, something like this. Child rearing, come on, guys. Like, it makes that weird fucking thing for me to, like, pull out and reference here. It makes the fucking, like, fat blobs rolling around in hover chairs and fucking WALL-E just seem like the most evident future that's approaching. We sent them out on a generation ship, but you know what? It's not landing anywhere. Gonna keep going. And we'll just have infinite generations of humans just consume board it, because you know what? Fuck it, man. That's gonna be the vestiges of humanity that we send out into space. Maybe alien life will happen upon it, and they'll be like, "What sad fucking things."
Cosmetic shop, Wonderland Plaza. Does not look good. Sickening.
Yeah, sorry for the unintentional black pills there, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, they come up every once in a while.
Every now and then.
Part of a balanced breakfast. All hinging off of smart diapers.
I'm glad that smart diapers literally ruined your week.
Hello? Anybody there?
No, it didn't ruin my week. It's just like, in the moment I saw it, I just
Smart diapers
just disassociate for a second. Just disassociate for a second. Just like, what the fuck is this? What is being human when I'm looking at this? What is the, like, modern fucking, like, trend of consumerism that has produced this have as an outcome? Like, really? This? Hey, you fucking, you Marxists and Trotskyists and Maoists and all denominations of that. Don't, I swear to God, I see you coming out of the fucking bushwork. Stop it right now. Go back. Go back. Because don't come out here and say it's a unique fucking a unique problem endemic to capitalism, because it's not the fucking case. Because I don't want to sound like you guys and say it's not true capitalism, but it's not true fucking capitalism. And it's a good thing Jake's not here because, woo boy, I went into politics.
Go! Come on!
Oh wait, I have a. Hey Susan. Come on, ma'am, follow. You'll be my personal escort. What a polite boy. Hey, Leroy.
Follow me! Follow me!
Oh. Really? Really, Susan?
Follow me! Follow me! Come on!
You know what came to mind with the fucking, like,
Follow me!
just me even saying, like, the whole, like, you saying, like, oh, I'm sorry that fucking smart diapers ruined your week or whatever, and I went on the whole disassociate bit. I just immediately just thought of fucking, like, that meme that gets fucking put around whenever any of this kind of shit comes up, of fucking like any of the screen caps from Blade Runner 2049, when he's just like fucking losing his shit. That or the one where it's just like a bunch of noises in the background. Oh man.
Follow me!
Oh no! Leroy? Leroy, drink the wine. Give me back the fucking sword.
Follow me!
I cannot trust you with a laser sword that can one-hit other followers.
Oh god, why would you ever make that mistake?
I was trying to hold Susan's hand, and I accidentally handed him the laser sword.
I was gonna say we were talking about AI, and I'll tell you this: that game are not
Yeah, the one time I gave
not of
four
a
people
standard.
shotguns, I don't remember.
Yeah, they're good when you just want them to be like stationary turrets. They're perfect for that.
Go!
I don't remember if
But
I
you know,
killed...
you give them a melee weapon, and you know they might end up racking up a better fucking count than you would in trying to join the cultists.
I don't remember if I killed the one guy with a shotgun by accident, or what. I just remember that there was 4 of them, and I only had 3 shotguns, and then I was like, oh well, I guess I don't need 4 shotguns now.
Come on!
Seriously? Going too
Like in
fast for
some
you?
cases, I wouldn't even play the game right. I would just get a gang of survivors together and just fucking arm them up. Just see how well we could clear out fucking zombies in like certain parts of the mall.
I still need to
Just
get
for the fun of it.
the Escorter achievement and Frank's achievement. I never got those on Xbox either. I could never manage to keep 8 survivors alive long enough, or find 8 female survivors to get Frank.
I can't even remember what achievements I had.
Although I did find a guide on how to get Frank the Pimp, and it involves, in the very beginning, doing all of the quests very quickly, and just murdering all of the men that you come across, so you maximize the survivor output of the quests.
Come on! Come on!
I love the absurd abstractions that fucking like metagaming strategy will get you.
Come on! Follow me! Over there!
Oh wait, no. Definitely a 360 by this point, isn't there? No? I was gonna say, that was one of the main reasons I held on to my fucking 360 hard drive. Like, I still have my entire fucking account on there. And all of my old save games from Christ, the myriad of shit we played. That's really surprising.
Yeah, Microsoft coded it in a really stupid way, and we still haven't gotten one that works.
Follow me!
But there's PS3 emulators. There were PS3 emulators while the PS3 was available. Although the
Which is weird, considering, like...
PS3 emulator still doesn't work very well. Like, I was trying to play Eternal Sonata because I really like the game. And I was just getting these fun things where all of the graphics would disappear, or it would just crash when you enter a cutscene. I fucking spent like 2 hours trying to get it to work and couldn't. It's really annoying. Because the PlayStation even had special stuff that the Xbox version didn't. It's not like I can just be like, oh, I'll just replay it on my 360. I'd be missing out on like an entire post-game DLC.
I'm actually gonna retract the thought. I was gonna say, it's weird that, like, Sony has the one that's able to be, like, better open source than emulated, but then Microsoft somehow has their shit locked down. But then I thought back about it, and I'm like, oh wait, actually no, that makes sense for Microsoft, considering, you know, I mean, us as average, us as, you know, staunch Windows users know exactly the levels of tomfoolery fucking Microsoft will get up to.
Yeah, very annoying. I really wish the page bags would show up.
Why you dual booted? It's why you dual boot a Linux distribution, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
And though Kyle will disagree.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like,
Not a chance.
you know, writing 50 lines of code so I can open a folder.
You
Just
can't
having
be
My
to
God.
use a shell.
Not a chance.
Like,
I can just open the Internet Explorer and make new folders, and you can just figure out how to do that yourself, like you do everything else with your operating system.
look, I don't know. I imagine you're just taking it out for a bit here on this.
Linux is bad, you should feel bad.
Okay, no, you're serious. Okay,
Do I have to get the image I made?
What? Really gonna do the don't make me tap the sign bit?
Let me find the image I made. I think I put it in my TeamSpeak app folder.
But yeah, I think you misunderstand the fact that like there are fucking distributions that are like actually user friendly, and I'm not the fucking type to fucking like sit there and fucking rice up an OS. Like I'll fully admit that shit is beyond me, and I see people on fucking like I see people on the Chan in those threads like showing off their builds and what they've coded up, and I'm like, hey, yeah, that's nice. You know, you got aesthetic going there. You know, you got your little directory system all set up and everything like that. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not doing that. Like, I already have a pre-box Linux distribution that already has, you know, a file directory system and everything else. I'm fine with that. I just like to be able to like use the better portion of my fucking
Just leave it to me.
dedicated memory and everything else to, you know, run programs rather than just maintain all of the background bloat that is fucking loaded into more mainline fucking operating systems.
Brad, you should really get rid of Barnaby's body. It's just bleeding on the fucking floor here. Like, look at all this blood.
Linux OS for dumb assholes. Yep.
I'm also really proud that I got such a good picture of the Club Penguin.
Not a chance.
And found the Club Penguin font. That took me a long fucking time. To get the fucking Club Penguin font.
Just don't know if you, like, realize the, like, faultiness of the statement of calling the people who do all of this stuff don't care to do dumb assholes. Just, I mean, you can do the asshole bit, but dumb? I don't know.
But you know I'm right. Come back to me, Isabella. There are still
I won't put it past you to say that, you know, they're totally on, like,
Please.
spectrum. But dumb wouldn't be a word I would use. I don't know. They have their own, God-given gifts, shall we say.
You can't be serious.
You can't be serious. Oh jeez, I'm streaming for 2 hours. I normally cut these streams down to 1 hour at a time. Well, I guess I'm literally just waiting for the next quest to start, so here's as good a place as any to save and quit.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for stopping in, guys. I'll probably... Oh no, I'm actually getting to the Tur ending. Actually, that's something I wanted to check. Is it
Honestly,
the Tur
this
ending or
was
is it
like-
the true ending?
This is more of a podcast over, like, than anything else.
Oh, they did fix it on Steam. It is get to the true ending.
But,
How upsetting.
I mean, I didn't see any of it, but hopefully you, enjoy the gameplay.
Of me getting my ass kicked by zombies and letting lots of my people die. Alright, see you guys next time.
Sege.
It's not letting me click stop streaming.